Hey everyone, Ali here. So one topic that I don't think anybody wants to hear is when employees come to you and they say, hey, your associate, your doctor associate is creating a hostile work environment. And, we're talking about doctor associates here, but it could easily be the office manager, it could be another patient, it could be a vendor that comes through. I mean, it could be almost anybody. But if your team feels that your associate is creating a hostile work environment, then it's really important that you conduct an investigation. Now, you can conduct investigations in one of two ways. It can either be totally independent, which means you hire someone to come in and interview folks and do all of that independent of you, and then they give you their results. Or two, you can do the investigation yourself as long as you do it correctly. And now, what does it mean to do it correctly? Well, it means that you want to talk to the people who are accusing the person of a wrongdoing. So what happened? Who was involved, who are the witnesses, get as much detail as possible, and make sure you're writing all of this down. Now, typically we would recommend that you do this with like an office manager or an office administrator so that you can ask questions while he or she is taking notes, because it's really hard to take notes accurately and ask questions and things of that nature. So I think the first thing is to figure out what the people who are accusing someone of the facts. Then you go to the accused and you ask very similar questions and you get some information from them. Then you go, and again, you document all of that. Then you go to witnesses, right? Third parties that may have overheard things or seen things. So they're not directly involved. They're maybe not making the accusations. They're not, the accused, but they were in the hemisphere of what happened. And so you get information from them. Once you have all of this, that's when you start to make a decision about, okay, who's at fault, and what other steps do you need to take. Of course, I don't ever want you to handle this yourself. Call a lawyer like me, ask them these questions, give them the facts, and go through the process with them so that they can advise you correctly about next steps. But that's how you conduct an investigation. And then the result of that investigation could be suspension, it could be termination, it could be writing people up, it could be a number of things. And so that's how to do it correctly. It's never fun to do, but it is a necessity. The worst thing to do is to ignore these complaints about a hostile work environment. If you have any questions about any of this, give us a call.